Hey everybody, this is Angelique, also known as the Light, and I'm going to be doing like a get ready with me while I tell you how my life has changed since I deleted my Facebook in 2020 and my Instagram in 2023. All right, I'm about to go to this museum in Manhattan. I live in New York City, by the way, and some of y'all know that who's on my channel, but some of you who don't know. And I'm just going to do some makeup. I'm already dressed. I have on this Rita Ora collection dress from Primark. Go to Primark. If you have Primark where you live, they are the bomb. I love Primark. I'm going to wear Primark combat boots with the dress because it's long, goes down to my ankles. And yeah, I just love this look. I just think this is so cute. I love like casual dresses that you can wear like combat boots with, or just like hill boots, because I'm like more of a boot girl than a hill girl, and it's winter time. All right, it's like 20 degrees right now in New York. Anyway, believe it or not, I don't really wear a lot of makeup. And I know some of the men are like, I don't want to see this crap, but guess what? um you gonna listen to this. So in 2020, when the big C-19 thing came out, right, I had a Facebook account, and I also was a hairstylist too. I'm just using some Shea Moisture Brighter Days moisturizer on my face because my face has been really, really dry because of the winter. I'm going to get me some vitamin E oil today because I'm getting like dry patches around here. So if you ever had that issue, then whoa. Keep in mind, guys, I'm 40 years old, so don't be like, oh, she looks old. I am older. I'm 40 years old, okay? But anyway, so I know I'm rubbing my face so hard, but I just really want to get this in because my skin feels super, super dry. Anyway, so 2020, the pandemic hit, and I'm a hairstylist. And most of the times, I would post my clients' photos on Facebook. I literally made a lot of money from Facebook because I would post photos of my hair clients, of myself doing different hairstyles, and people be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm coming to book you, and I'm coming to you because I love, the work that you've been putting on Facebook." I sold my poetry book on Facebook. I sold earrings on Facebook. Like Facebook, I even use Facebook Marketplace. So I want to say that it's not that social media is all bad, because I've made a lot of money and I gained a lot of clients from Facebook, but it got so toxic during the pandemic that it just seemed like evil. It was just downright evil. And I realized that people who I grew up with were ignorant as hell, okay? This is a concealer I'm using. I'm very, very light skinned right now, so I also use this too. So sometimes I mix these two. LA Girl Pro Conceal and Elf Hydrating Camo Concealer, right? These are like $5, probably $7. You can get it from Target, wherever. Target, the beauty supply store, okay? But anyway, so I noticed all these people that I grew up in church with, high school, junior high, I was just like, these people are weirdos. In the comments of like people who decided to not get the shot, they were basically wishing death on us. I decided not to get the shot. I am not the V word. I have to use code words on YouTube because YouTube would flag videos talking about I'm giving false information and stuff. Okay, so if you're slow, I really don't know what to say to you. So I noticed this is just regular water, spray on here. I noticed that they were literally wishing death on people who didn't get the shot. And these are people that I cared about and loved dearly. And I was just like, yo, this is really like the great separation. Like, this is really the last days. Like, these people are literally wishing death on me. Because I never told anybody at first that I wasn't, the word. And I decided not to do it. And it was nobody's business why I decided not to get the V word. And I never ever got C19 at all. And I'm not, vaxxed, basically. So I was just like, yo, these are people who I looked up to. And, I really looked up to these individuals. I really loved these individuals. And these people were literally they're literally wishing death on people who decided not to get vaxxed, And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is really toxic. And it wasn't just like a few posts. It was like almost every day, and internalizing that and seeing that. And then the ones who were vaxxed, they was getting sick. And I was just like, how you, and they were blaming people who, people were just so ignorant. And I remember one day, this is Fenty Beauty Pro Filter, like a light foundation. I hate foundation, so I just use this pretty much. I'm peeling here, so I'm probably not going to put anything there today. But anyway, so they were blaming people who weren't vaxxed on why they were getting sick. And I was just like, this is so ignorant. These people don't even know how vaccinations work. What the hell are they talking about? And I was just so turned off. I felt like I didn't even really know these people. So that was the main reason why I deleted my Facebook, because I began to basically just see the truth. If I'm looking over here, it's because I have a mirror there too. I basically was just like, yo, people who I really looked up to are ignorant as F. And I cannot sit around internalizing these posts every day of them wishing death on me and other people. Another thing was, there was people starting, I don't know how they found me, but they were like narcissists that were in my life previously that started to find me on Facebook. And I was just like, how are these people finding me? It was almost like the universe was telling me, girl, you need to delete your Facebook. And I was just like, yo, what is this? It's like Facebook allowing people to connect more. Like, I guess the security started to decrease, because I was getting messages from people that I had not seen, mostly narcissists, mostly men from my past, friends who did me dirty. And they were just like messaging me in the Messenger app. Remember, you have to have the Messenger app. And I was just like, what's really going on? This is just eyebrow makeup that I fill my eyebrows with. I can't find my Anastasia dip brow. I don't know where the hell it's at. But this is just one that I got from Burlington. I don't know what happened to my Anastasia. Oh, there it goes. This one is the bomb. Anastasia dip brow. All right, ladies. Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow. It's just eyebrow makeup. I gotta be out of here in like 20 minutes. But anyway, so I was like, how are these narcissists finding me on Facebook? I'm not understanding, how are these people finding me? And I didn't respond to them, because even if they weren't following you, that wasn't friends on Facebook, they could still message you somehow. And I'm just like, yo, this is weird. So that really pushed me to delete my Facebook. Also, I have a sibling who doesn't like me but watches me. A lot of people who don't like you, they watch you, right? And this sibling was literally watching every move that I made through Facebook. And I was mostly more of a Facebook person than an Instagram person at this moment. Um, I was posting on Instagram, but I feel like I was posting more on Facebook because I made money on Facebook. I sold my book on Facebook pretty much. It was mostly about money. And but I would post, do check-ins like where I'm at, what restaurant I'm at on Facebook, you know, events I'm at or vacation, things like that. And this sibling was just watching every post and everything like that. And keep in mind, we don't even have a relationship in real life, but he's commenting on my post as if we're mad cool. And it's just like, I noticed that people is just fake as hell on social media. And it really irritated me that this man lives like a mile away from me, never tries to spend time with me, but yet is pretending on social media that we're cool and we're not cool. And even like family that I grew up with my narc stepfather, his family was on my Facebook too, and it made me uncomfortable because I feel like they can possibly go back and tell this narcissistic stepfather that I've gone no contact with my business, like, oh yeah, this is what Angelique does now, and this is the kind of life she has. Like, he doesn't have the right to know anything about me. He is an abuser. So that's what made it so easy. March 2020, I deleted my Facebook. I didn't miss it at all. What I missed was me being able to have access to potential clients. So it did, and this was a risk. I'm gonna be real with you. This was a risk because 2020 hit. We didn't really know what was gonna go down. Nobody really, we like the woke ones. We knew that this day was gonna come, but we really didn't know um, that we was gonna be locked down for a year, right? We didn't realize that. And what I did was I just started to create other businesses, and then I used Instagram. And what happened was some people who love to watch me, and they saw that I left Facebook, so they ran onto my Instagram and started following me on Instagram. Even a couple of family members was like, did you block me on Facebook? And I was just like, no, I don't have a Facebook anymore. I deleted it. They're like, oh, okay, because I was about to say, like, I thought like you were being shady with me. And I'm just like, what? And that's another thing. People never assume that you're going to delete your social media accounts. They think that like you block them. They never think like, oh, this person probably deleted social media. No, they never think like that. And that was the response that I had got. Like, people thought like I blocked them. They never thought, like, some people just faded away because they thought that I actually blocked them on Facebook. They never thought, oh damn, maybe Angelique deleted her Facebook account. Some of them went on to my Instagram and kind of tiptoed around like, okay, if she doesn't block me on Instagram, then I guess she really didn't block me on Facebook. She just got rid of her account. It took, I think it took like 2 months or so, 2 or 3 months for Facebook to delete my account. I don't know if that's because they really want you to be trapped in the matrix, or is it that people delete their account and they're so addicted to it that they want their account back. I never tried to go back and get my Facebook account back. Once I've left, that was it. Like I said, I didn't miss anything. It did change my money making, but it also pushed me to find new ways to make money. And then I also got more into healing work. So it pushed me out of hairstyling, selling products, and then I got more into healing work and focusing on my YouTube. So it's crazy how me deleting my social media actually led me into another career, so to say. And I wouldn't tell you to delete if you're using Facebook to make money. I would suggest maybe just create a business page. That was something that I should have did. I should have just created a business page and that's it. And don't respond to any personal messages that people try to send me on my business page. That's all. I could have lied and said, hey, I have an assistant. This is really not me. So, keep your comments about business only. So that is my advice to you. If you're making money off of Facebook, create a business account and get rid of your personal account. That's it. Um, so that's that. To me, my life got better because it pushed me. I didn't have the Facebook anymore. I didn't have that tool anymore that was going to help me to make money. So with that, it pushed me into a new career. It pushed me to figure out other ways to market myself. And, I really went on to Instagram, and some of the same people from Facebook were there, but not really. What I realized about Instagram, so I deleted my Instagram. I think it was not too long ago. I think it was September, October 2023, and this is January 2024. And this was completely different. All right, this was completely different. Instagram was so disgusting. When I tell you the amount of monitoring spirits on Instagram, it scared me. Like, Instagram gave me anxiety because I have spiritual gifts. I have like clairaudient, clairvoyance. I have like all these different spiritual gifts. So when something is occurring, it will literally wake me up out of my sleep. And the amount of, I don't know what it is, the amount of monitoring spirits, the amount of haters, the amount of just people watching you like you're a television. It was just, guys, it was just so weird that it began to give me anxiety. Like, if I had like a bad comment, it's almost like I could feel it in my sleep that I had a bad comment. I'm about to do some lashes real quick. Um, that it will wake me up out of my sleep, and then I will get on my Instagram and I would see that somebody left a weird comment, or I had a message from somebody who is so negative. Somebody's being shady, or I would see like somebody was watching me late at night on my social media. So I feel like as my spiritual gifts increased, I was just picking up so many weird different energies on Instagram, and I was just like, what is this? Why am I feeling like these people who I'm supposed to be cool with are really haters? You know, excuse me, like, if I'm posting up, as I'm getting older, I actually am becoming more attractive. I've lost 85 pounds. My fashion has increased. My confidence has increased. So, whenever I go on vacations, I'm going to post photos. Then when I made a TikTok and my TikTok started to do well, that was also like a jealousy thing for people. And during the pandemic, I also created a t-shirt, like a apparel line. So people were buying t-shirts for me, masks for me. Um, my shop on teespring.com is called Liquid Love. Okay, so look me up. Haven't created anything new yet, but there's still some cool t-shirts, sweatshirts, masks on there, so check me out. Anyway, so it's not perfect, but it's gonna be fine. You'll see, I'll clean it up later. I noticed that as I was growing as a person, beauty wise, spiritually, people who, people who known you your whole life, they put you in a box. So when you start to flourish, they're not used to this version of you, right? So I don't know if people think you're fake or they just want you to stay in that box, because most of these people who are following me, they weren't growing. They weren't doing their healing work. They weren't growing. They weren't working on their relationship with God. Nothing was like really booming for them. So I guess to see me booming and, we grew up together, we went to the same school, or we grew up across the street from each other in the same neighborhood, or whatever it was, they just didn't know this version of Angelique. They knew Angie because that's the name the nickname I grew up with. They didn't know Angelique though. Angelique's my real name, my legal name. They knew little Angie, but they did not know grown ass Angelique. And they saw me making moves. They saw me, flourishing as a grown ass woman. And I don't think a lot of people can handle that. Some people want you to always be broke, always be fat, always be ugly, always be in this box. So I think that's what it was. And people feel like they have to compete with you. And it's like, you're not a competition with me because you are a competition with your old self, right? So ever since I deleted Instagram, my anxiety level has decreased. I also like not knowing. I don't want to know. Like, only time I want to know something is hit me up if somebody died. But I don't need to know your drama, your house burned down, you lost your kids, your man broke your heart. Like, I have seen the craziest things on Instagram. Like, one time I saw this guy I grew up with come on Instagram and like slander his wife and then took his wife back. And it's just like, bro, why did you even do that? Oh, my wife cheated on me. He posted the text messages of his wife cheating on him. And it's like, and then he stayed with his wife. And then next thing you know, he's posting pictures of them on like a family vacation. It's just so many crazy things happen on Instagram or Facebook or any other social media account. It's that platform. It's like, you don't even need to internalize all of that. People get you so invested in their business on social media and only to stay with their partner, only to go back and do the same thing, only to, just never change pretty much. Another thing I noticed was the lack of support. And I'm not saying that, all your friends are going to like your products or they're going to, or they have to support you. But I think communication is important. You know, I've had people who supported my hair business, but they didn't buy my t-shirts or they didn't buy my poetry book. They didn't buy earrings from me. They didn't buy jewelry from me. And that's cool, whatever. But I think when it's like your close friends, you want them to communicate with you. Why aren't you supporting me? But I see you're supporting everyone else and their products look like trash, but you're not supporting me. And this is something that just blows my mind. Maybe your friends like trash. I don't know. So this is something that I had to deal with and realize that sometimes people think, oh, if I don't support them, they're not going to be successful, so let me not support them. If I don't share their posts, then I'm holding back their money. No, you're not. I realized that social media is not for your friends and family. I'm telling you, it's really not. So here's what I did. I made an Instagram account and now I just follow all celebrities. I post no stories. I I post, this was an experiment for me. I wanted to see, was there going to be a difference? So I made like a burner account on Instagram and I only follow celebrities and businesses, and I go in there and I just scroll down the timeline and I look at memes and I laugh and videos and I see things celebrities are posting or my favorite businesses, and that's it. And it's so freaking peaceful. It wasn't like that when I was actually following people who I did know personally. It gave me so much anxiety. It made me so depressed. You know what else was sad too? It was like, you ever been on like Instagram or Facebook and you're one of those people, like your old lovers are following you or you're following each other or whatever, and like they're posting like their new wife or their new husband. Like, you don't even need to see that. Like, you don't need to see like, old lovers and things like that on social media. You really don't. You really don't need to. subject yourself to that. And that was something that I was allowing. I was definitely following old lovers, or allowing old lovers to follow me, and they're posting their wife and their kids and stuff, and they're doing things with women that they didn't want to do with me, or they promised they wanted to do with me and didn't. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all of that extra depression added to your life. We're already out here trying to survive. So why do we need to see certain things when it comes to our ex-lovers? I don't know anything about my ex-lovers now. I think I have like maybe one ex-lover that him and I follow each other on TikTok. And it's weird because I kind of feel like he has animosity against me, but still wants to watch me, which is very weird. Like, think about it. Spiritually, you don't need to have a whole bunch of people who have animosity against you following you. Evil eye is very real, guys. You think, don't get me wrong, you could be powerful, you could reject that type of energy, but the amount of like evil eye I was receiving when I was on Instagram was ridiculous. Okay, the amount of evil eye I was receiving when I was on Instagram is crazy. Evil eye from fake ass family members, evil eye from ex-lovers, evil eye. Also, ex-lovers could be watching you, lusting you. Like, I had an ex-lover tell me he used to masturbate to my Instagram pictures, and I'm like, bro, I'm covered up. Most of the time my clothing is pretty modest. Are you kidding me? This dude was masturbating to my clothed photos. So imagine, you could have ex-lovers doing sex magic, black magic with your photos. Like it's just so crazy. What I love about now that people don't have access to me like that, you also, they don't have access to you anymore, right? They don't have that type of access to you anymore. Um which is great. Which is beautiful. I love it. um they don't know what I'm doing, where I'm at, what's going on in my life. I'm sure there's some people who are watching me on TikTok, but I really don't talk about anything much that's going on in my life on TikTok. Also, most people don't even have my YouTube channel. I had my YouTube channel for years. And I don't tell all my business on YouTube as well. So, my advice, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm experiencing this type of anxiety, go ahead and delete your social media or close it down temporarily and then see how you feel. Because I'm telling you, it's probably a social media account that's giving you depression. It's probably the reason why you have anxiety, or you're feeling jealous feelings. I'm not a jealous person, but I know there's people who watch me or watch other people and they're jealous. Like, if you are a jealous person, social media is not a place for you. I think also people spend way too much time on social media instead of advancing their lives. The amount of time, there's a section where you can see how many hours you've been on social media, right? And I remember one time I looked and it said 6 hours, and I was like, wait, what? I was on Instagram for 6 hours? Like, that right there is scary alone, because 6 hours is like a work shift. And I didn't get paid for being on social media for 6 hours. So the amount of evil eye, the amount of jealousy that you are creating, sadly, by just being yourself, happens. It really does happen. It's so sad that you can't be yourself on these platforms a lot of times, or there's going to be people who is jealous of you. Like, it is really sad, you know. Um, that I don't have that. I'm sure there's people with evil eye on, YouTube and stuff like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same when it comes to when you're following people who you really do know in real life. So my life is more peaceful now that I've deleted social media. And I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying maybe do an experiment and delete it and then see how you feel. Okay, maybe you're addicted and you need to take breaks. Maybe you're spending way too much time on social media to the point that your reality is distorted. You're fantasizing about, you're having parasocial, people do have parasocial. That's one thing I notice about YouTube. When you're a content creator, people have parasocial relationships, which means that you think you know the person that you're watching. Like, a lot of people think they really truly know me, or you